Video games have had an abysmal record on the big screen, whether they're based on a specific property like Super Mario Bros. Or based around the now popular gaming culture like Pixels. However, for years, there's been an abundance of video game related cartoons, and a lot of them weren't half bad. Is animation the best place for our favorite video games to be brought to life for the mainstream? Hey Shackers, Greg here, and today I'm counting down 10 of the best video game cartoons to ever grace us on our TVs on Saturday mornings. Now the rules. The game had to come first, so awesome cartoon shows like X-Men, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Spider-Man won't count. And perhaps the most important rule on this list is that the show had to be based around a video game or be video game themed. This means that as long as the show had a theme of video games, it can qualify. And now, let's dive into this pool of classic animation at its best. These are the top 10 video game cartoons.
Nice job, hero.
Hey, excuse me, princess.
Welcome to Videoland.
How about a show that features some of the best Nintendo gaming characters? Pit, Mega Man, and Simon from Castlevania? My God, Simon! What have they done to you? The show had an interesting concept of a gamer getting transported into a video game world to help its citizens fight off the evil Mother Brain and other villainous forces. The show was a neat idea, however, toward the end of its run, the animation got really lazy. But I can still appreciate it for its ideas, world, and fun characters.
Captain N, the Game Master.
Earthworm Jim, the soil he did crawl. Earthworm Jim, a super suit did fall. Jim was just a dirt-eating, chewy length of worm flesh, but all that came to a crashing end. Earthworm Jim, he's such a...
Alright, this show was just plain weird, but it was funny. An earthworm in a spacesuit that gave him speech, intelligence, and strength, along with his close group of crazy friends. It's the classic cartoon recipe at its finest. And this show had so many good voice actors, Jim Cummings being one. And the others you'll scratch your head wondering where you've heard them before. It was a crazy, weird, and unique show, but gotta give credit where credit is due.
Super Mario, Super Mario World.
Super Mario World, it's a blast from the past. It's Super Mario World, you got to move fast. Mario and Luigi.
Based off the Super Nintendo game with the same name, the show took place in Dinosaur World and included the best music and sound effects that its gaming counterpart had to offer. The story was fun, and although seeing Yoshi talk was a bit unsettling and a little annoying.
Oh, Cucumba, Mama Fire Plant lives on the other side of the river, and I'm scared of water.
You got over it. The Koopa Kids were great as well. It's a bit low on this list because the show's a little more goofy than the other Mario cartoon shows.
Well, that's that. The only problem is, what now? Ah!
Kirby, that's a name you should know. Kirby, he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one. He comes around, he comes around.
Now Kirby and his world is crazy, wild, and upside down. It's just a bizarre world, and if you're able to make that work, my hat's off to you. While Kirby, right back at ya, was able to make it work rather well. Sure, some of the voices seemed a little off, especially King DDD's.
A monster, huh? Would the monster happen to look anything like that?
What's the big idea, wrapping a lariat around my Adam's apple?
But it was a well-done video game cartoon show in all its crazy, wild, pink ball-sucking glory. Wow, that sounded awful.
It is a legend no one will forget. Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom. And then his doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back with the greatest danger ever known. His Koopa Kids.
So I liked the Super Mario Bros. Cartoons. Yes, I loved all of them. They were fun, goofy, and never took themselves too seriously. This being another show based on the NES classic Super Mario Bros. 3, had the redesigned world, the new power-ups, and the Koopa Kids from the Nintendo game. And in good old Mario cartoon fashion, music and sound effects were pulled straight from the game. It was definitely my second favorite Mario show. What was the first, you may ask?
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's our game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
Technically, it was a half live action, half cartoon show. It was still very entertaining, funny, and seeing a live action Mario and Luigi was kinda cool. Keep in mind the show was meant for a younger audience, but I still remember some of the lessons and adventures these two shared on my TV in the afternoon. The show has won numerous daytime television awards, and considering what they had to work with, it's an amazing feat.
The brothers! The brothers!
Super fighting robot, Mega Man. Super fighting robot, Mega Man.
The Blue Bomber himself. I feel this show got a bad rap due to the fact that the animation was all over the place. I mean, Dr. Wily and Dr. Light looked great, and so did all the Robot Masters. But Mega Man himself, my god, he looks like Hans and Franz trained Mega Man.
I'm Hans.
Yeah, and I'm Franz, and we are here to pop
your
And the sad thing is, his redesign was a last-minute change due to test footage not proving well among parents. I guess they thought he looked too young or something. But if you could get over the steroid-enhanced Mega Man, it was a good show, especially in an era where video game cartoons were in short supply.
Blue streak speeds by. Sonic the Hedgehog. Too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude.
This Sonic show was on during the same time as another awful Sonic show, which I will never speak of. However, the difference was night and day. The show was dark and serious, or as serious as a Sonic show could get. In most Sonic games, Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, is trying to take over the world, but in this show, he already has, leaving Sonic and a small group of rebel fighters to try to take back the world to its natural state. It was sadly cancelled only after one season. I personally blame that on the fact that it had the same name as the other awful Sonic show that was airing at the same time. I feel the Sonic show is one of those shows that got lost over time. Regardless of how convoluted and complex this show has become, when it first aired, it was awesome seeing the battles on your Game Boy being brought to life in beautiful 2D animation. Sure, some of the characters were annoying, but you got over it. The show even makes fun of the fact that all the Nurse Joys look the same from the Game Boy game itself. The whole world of Pokémon was a huge thing. Battling, trading, and seeing your monsters on TV was a joy. We all had our favorites, and the TV was able to take our Game Boy sprites and spring them to life. And not a single TV show has captured that same experience yet. No, not even Digimon. Not even close. one of the best cartoon shows of all time. If you can get past what is now considered block animation compared to shows like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or other CGI shows, but the writing and stories were so good. The show follows a group of computer people called sprites, who live in a PC they call mainframe. The users would play games, and the guardian of the system would have to defeat the game and the user in order for the system to continue to function. This meant great situations, with plays on movies like Evil Dead 2, fantasy parodies, and other grand adventures. The show was also serial formatted, where each episode moved the plot forward, similar to Dragon Ball Z. The show only aired for 3 seasons, well, technically 4, but the show also produced a video game on the PlayStation. Reboot was one of those cartoons that gave its viewers credit, had adult situations and characters everyone could relate to. I can't stress this enough. If you have never seen a single episode of Reboot, stop what you're doing and check the show out now. What video game cartoon did you guys think were the best? Let us know in the comments below. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on shacknews.com.